Guys, Hayabusa's main event Black Friday sale is going on right now. And while you think about that, think about this. If the smell of your glove is more likely to knock out your training partner than your right hand, it's time for an upgrade. You owe it to them as much as you do yourself. Everything at Hayabusa site-wide is 15% off right now. No promo code needed. 30% off on bundles, up to 65% on select items. Finish 2021 on top. Upgrade your gear. Do it right now at HayabusaFight.com. Oh, Darren Till got spiked on this weekend. Now, I got to tell you guys, I'm a Darren Till fan. And in all fairness, all that happened is I needed Darren Till one day. I didn't know him from the Man on the Moon. He was 25 years old, broke into something called the UFC, finds himself in a main event opposite Cowboy Cerrone, and looks fantastic. I don't know anything else about him. Somebody contacts me on Twitter that claims they've got a number for him. I've got to make an international call, which my phone didn't do. I had to download this app, and it was this whole thing. I call it one time, Darren Till answers the phone, and he was nice to me. You guys know how that works. Somebody's nice to you, the one and only time. Right, first impressions are a big deal. So I've always liked Till. I've absolutely always liked Till, but Till also always plays things right, and Till was talking with Bisping. And as much as I like Till, Bisping is Till's biggest fan. Like Bisping, as the most respected and listened to fighter from Britain, when he gives the blessing to Till, it gives it to a very wide audience, right? And Bisping has given that blessing to Till. Bisping likes him. Till goes on Bisping's show. And Till says, I'm still a top guy. I don't care about this last loss. I am a top guy. As a matter of fact, the UFC is talking to me about, well, several names, but Sean Strickland is one of them. So the reality is, whether you like me or don't like me, whether I'm on a winning or a skid, I'm still going to be fighting top guys. All right, now that's a gangster statement. That is an alpha male, well done, associate yourself with other names, bring the UFC in, brilliant statement. The problem is Sean Strickland smashed it in his face and said, no, Till's off the board. I'm looking at Paulo Costa, and Sean says if Paulo can't put the cookies and wine down, then bring me in Jack Hermanson. Now, Jack Hermanson is a fellow British fighter. So Sean Strickland, who has somehow been anointed because of the comment made by Till, empowered Strickland. Strickland turned down one British fighter and accepted a different British fighter, which is not good. It's not good for Darren Till. It's a very interesting match. Who the hell wants to fight Paulo Costa? Well, apparently Sean Strickland. Who the hell wants to fight Jack Hermanson? Well, apparently Sean Strickland. So, what do you do if you're Till? You're in a little bit of a jam. Till's a clever guy, but he's going to have to work his way out of this. Because nobody said Sean Strickland, he said it. So now Sean Strickland, who's never spiked on anybody and has fight absolutely all comers, has smashed this right in your face to call out two higher ranked guys. It's not as though Sean went the other way. Right, if Sean turns you down and you're ranked high and he goes after lower guys, okay, this is on Sean. He looks like the chicken when Sean's in front of everybody because he's got the more beautiful record. Guys, there is a number of scenarios. I could lay them out for you. I could lay out 4 different scenarios right now off the top of my head where Sean Strickland is one fight away from being in there for the championship. A number of different scenarios. His next match, Sean Strickland's, greatly does matter. Between the two, Jack Hermanson is a straight-up killer. Paulo Costa is going to bring a little bit more street cred, right? He looks so damn scary. He's been so damn close in everything that he's at. Paulo Costa's a top guy. Aside from missing weight, Paulo Costa really doesn't have very many misses in there. And I could see where Sean Strickland, because of the role he's on, because of how well he's doing in the media, as long as he likes to be silly Sean right now. He likes to be crazy Sean. He's got to be careful. He's on some eggshells. He even said somewhere over the weekend that Instagram had blocked him. And then he said, why? But I didn't know if he was kidding. But the mere fact that I don't know if he's kidding, and that's how I'm going to allude to it instead of telling you what he actually said that got him banned. I can't touch it. I'm so hot over here, I melt the airwaves. I can't even touch it. So there's a couple of landmines that Sean's going to have to navigate. But the fact, and I don't think this was on purpose. I think Sean just looked at Till and said, I'm going to move on, but I'm actually looking at Jack, and I'm interested in Paulo. I think Sean was just being Sean. But inadvertently, and in addition to what Till had said to Michael Bisping, it was a slam. was a very big slam. And if you're just out there playing with words and you're battling, but you're ranked in front of somebody else, you've got the ability to swat them away. Dick move if you do it, but fair game, and it's what Sean did. So what does that mean for Till? Because I happen to see it Till's way, and not only because he was polite to me on WhatsApp one time. I do see it Till's way. I do not think Till, and I'll just use this last fight against Derek Brunson, but I could use that fight, I could take it to the one before, I could take him all the way back to his championship fight with T. Wood. I don't see a problem with Darren Till as a fighter at all. I see a problem with a position. If somebody can get Till down and they can get to side control, he has a hard time with that position. But if you go and you do an average of all three of those fights, he didn't have 3 problems and take 3 ass whippings. He got stuck in the same position 3 different times. So I'm a great believer in Darren Till. I like Darren Till at 185 pounds. I also like Darren Till the star. I think he's a great character. Having Michael Bisping blessing doesn't hurt things. Having that skill set, having that uniqueness, which Till did show us in his fight with Cowboy Cerrone. He's shown it many times, but I'll just go back to that fight because it might have been the most surprising performance. This young 25-year-old kid comes in against Cowboy. I remember Brendan Schaub talking about that fight ahead of time, and Schaub said, if I'm Cowboy, I don't take that fight because I have nothing to gain. Then Schaub goes on to look like a genius when the whole thing plays out, but I'm only sharing that story with you just to tell. I remember this. I remember this very well. This wasn't some kind of a mega fight. This wasn't the one people were clamoring for. Who's this guy? That's what Darren Till's. Who's this guy? How's he getting in a main event? How's he in there with Cowboy Cerrone? It was one of these things, and he looks fantastic, and he's also got a unique style of stand-up fighting. He still has that style, and the difference at 185 is going to carry over even more because he's going to be even quicker. He has a problem with a position. We see guys go through this at times where they get exposed. Somebody finds something, but then somebody else studied the tape, saw one weakness, and got him back to that area. It's just the game. Everybody's going to go study that. Everybody's going to know what I'm saying about get Till down, get to side control. You might have some luck staying there. And then Till's going to hear it too and say, hey, I gotta go sharpen up my side control. Gotta go sharpen up my defense. You want to know who has one of the best defenses for side control? The best in the sport. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Derek Lewis. And it is not a technique, it's an attitude. If you ever take Derek Lewis down and you pass guard, you haven't studied your opponent. Derek fought that Bulgarian. Ivanov, am I close? Ivanov fought him at Madison Square Garden. And I remember Ivanov kept taking Derek down and he kept passing guard. I was just an onlooker of the fight. I'm going, Ivanov, you haven't studied Derek Lewis. Don't ever pass his guard. He wants you to pass the guard. And then Derek has an attitude. It's an explosive technique. There's some hips involved. There's a straight arm. There's a way that you turn. There is some X's and O's to it. But largely, it only works if you have the attitude, I'm getting up. Simple as that, I'm getting up. Takedowns are the same way. I was coached by Rick Stewart in college. Rick Stewart was a multiple-time national champion, but he would tell people, here's ideas of how to get it on a guy. Here's ideas of how to off-balance him and bring him to the mat. But you have to have a mindset that I'm going to grab this guy and I'm going to throw him down. That's what a takedown is. I'm going to grab you and I'm going to throw you down. It's the same thing for getting off the bottom. It is a mindset. You have to find that mindset. If you spend all of your time in the gym working on different positions and finding the armpit, my thumb goes this way and I straight arm and I turn here and I come back. They're just ideas. It's an attitude. Derek Lewis has it, period. Derek will not be held down in that position. It's a mindset. He's not a black belt master of that position. It's a mindset. That's going to be the hard thing for a coach to show Till. I could work with Till right now. I could show him how to get out of that position. And what I show him isn't going to be anything new. It's going to be things that not only does he know, everybody's been showing him, and things that he's been showed 4 and 5 and 6 years ago. It's an attitude. It's an attitude. If Darren Till buys into the, I don't know how to get out of this position, he'll be stuck there. If Darren Till says you can shove all that up your ass, I used to not know how to get out of that position, he'll get out of there. That's Hill's plight, Till's plight. A lot of matches we'd like to see him in. Apparently the Sean Strickland isn't going to happen, or am I wrong? Because that's up to you guys. That's not up to Till or to Strickland. That's up to you guys. Does Till saying Strickland's name, Strickland swatting Till away, make you want it more? A lot of times that happens in MMA. A lot of times the number one thing that we want is what we're told we can't get. So I'm asking you, does Sean saying no to Till make you want to see it more or less? Simple question, but give me an answer.